Oh, the sun's out again this morning. But it's colder this morning than probably any morning, even when it's been -1 earlier on. It's because it's damp. It's probably about 1-2 degrees, but it's really cold. I was literally trying to cave the tent in the wind this morning. Michelle's coming out. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. Got my cold boots on.
And can you trust that you won't blow away in the wind?
Cold.
My feet are like ice and my hands are cold but warming up.
Let's get off this mountain top. Oh, so we've come over the stile. I believe we're in Cheddar region at the moment, and you can see we're up quite high. I know everything is below us. We're about to make a U-turn, which we quite often do on this walk. Good morning, little U. And I think, there goes the U-turn. Over this, one of these hills ahead of us is a huge drop. Well, a substantial downhill section into, what's the town called, Michelle?
Axbridge.
Axbridge. So yeah, on the map I can see Cheddar Gorge quite near, well, I don't know if it's nearby, a little bit, whoops, bit of a hole, a little bit behind us, but we're certainly not able to go. We went up our own little Cheddar Lane, which is pretty horrendous. I have driven through Cheddar Gorge before, probably a couple of times. It's very beautiful. Going to make another couple of U-turns here. Good morning, girls.
You said there was a huge drop, but we've got a bit of a climb to get to the huge drop.
Yeah, apparently there on the map, on my map anyway, there's a red or a dark orange climb, which means very steep. Not particularly...
I don't think it's very big.
No, I don't think it's a particularly big one. Nothing like we've had in the higher mountains. So we'll be fine. But it's cold this morning, bitterly cold. It's probably, there is a little bit of residual frost on the ground, but I think it's a bit above freezing. Hence there's a lot of moisture in the air, and that strong wind, which has actually stopped now we've got over the hill. So anyway, tomorrow I'm hoping we'll be in Taunton, which is interesting because that's where Michelle and I were both born. So it's where we started. It isn't where we're going to finish. Hello, sweetheart. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Not having it. Take the next left. Oh, wants to do a left. So at some point we've got to go up over a fairly steep climb. Maybe it's this one over here. Who knows? In the meantime, we're going to get over this stile. Now, a lot of the stiles here are a little bit sort of rickety. This one's okay, not too bad, but it's not got much of a step on it. So, but you can see the wood here is rotten. It doesn't install you with much confidence when the timbers are rotten. We haven't had one, I should say, touch wood, even if it is only rotten wood. We haven't had one collapse yet, but we've had a few of them wobble backwards and forwards. Ever comes the lady. Says we want to go left here. Michelle, I'm going to have to check the GPS anyway. See you guys later. It said this was a drover's trail, which is quite interesting. And Michelle and I are climbing up it. It's pretty steep. It's early in the morning. I think this is one of the steepest sections of our walk. Wait there, Michelle. But I do think, for some reason, we seem to be attracting... Oh, and there, what timing. We've got a guy coming up here. To see if we can't hang on the back. Oh. idea. What's he doing? What is going on this morning? I have no idea. He's just doing a turn. Ah, so he's got a bit of a fence to get out. To be honest, he could have let us go past, couldn't he?
I would have thought you would have.
You would have thought he'd have let us go past, what we're talking about, 10 feet. Very odd, he's smiling away, but that's bloody farmers for you. Look, he didn't come past here. Why on God's earth wouldn't he have let us come past and then do his very dangerous U-turn, 3-point turn in the middle of a hill? I have no idea. It's the mentality of some of these farmers. Sorry fella, I don't know who you are. VU07 AEC, but honestly, grow up. Wouldn't you say, Michelle?
I would have thought, I was wondering what he was doing there, thinking, why didn't he go past?
He could have stopped and just said, carry on,
Yeah.
another 5 feet, I'm going to be doing a U-turn. I think he was just coming up to be menacing again. You know, he saw us walking up ahead, probably came up just to sort of, you know, urinate on his land a bit. This is the sort of rubbish we have to put up with. Now I have to say there've been one or two good farmers, but they're few and far between. Most of them have been complete and utter numpties. And yeah, I want to put it up there. I want farmers of the United Kingdom, Scotland and England to realise what a bunch of self-centred, miserable gits they are. I'm sure these lads will be nicer. I didn't film them, but you saw further up, that was Adam and Josh, lovely guys from Cornwall no less, and very nice, topped up our water for us. And we were just saying to them that we get up here and we believe very shortly there's a long downhill stretch somewhere down this way. I said to them, we can get our skis out at last. It's quite a wind blowing across here. Got a, if you can hear me, we've got a big, the big hill is coming up, I think. Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. A little respite from the wind. Wow, there's a reservoir down there. Well, we got a long drop because we've got to be down the bottom of that valley in the next couple of kilometers. So, time to get the skis out. So this is the big downward section that we've got to do. It's quite nice because it's so far on grass, a bit windy, but yeah, we get down here, we're in the town of Axbridge, and then the next stop for us that we know of anyway is Bridgewater. So it just got pretty steep. We knew it was going to be a big drop. It's a little slippery, the mud can be tiny bit treacherous and there are loose rocks all over. Michelle will go a little slower down here, but she'll do it by herself. There's no point.
Dry.
It is dry-ish, but look, this is still slippery here, so be careful. There's no point. There are sections where I know I've got to stop and keep a real close look on Michelle, but this is nothing for her. This is an easy stroll in the park, isn't it, Michelle? Stroll in the park, this.
Oh, stroll in the park. Wind's gone.
Wind's gone.
Sun's out.
Bit of a rubbish park, but it's a stroll in the park. So I don't know how I'm going to compile all these videos, this John O'Groats to Land's End walk, to be honest. You know, I filmed so much, a great deal of it. Something running through there. Probably a stoat or a weasel, maybe a rat or a mouse. So yeah, how I'm gonna compile this, so much video, and when I'm gonna compile it. You know, it seemed like such a good idea when we set off, make videos, and hopefully we will come up with something that's watchable. If you're watching this, then I achieved it, maybe. You can let me know what you think, whether you enjoyed the walk and the live streams and the Instagram stories and Facebook stories. Yeah, I'd love to know, because to be frank, making a video of this walk, while it's been something to do en route, it's been a lot of work, a lot of extra work, you know, just keeping everything charged up, getting the cameras out, and generally it's added a great deal to what I've had to do on the journey. But what it's going to add work subsequently, that is what really worries me, because it'll be weeks of compiling, probably weeks just sorting it out into an order that makes any sense, and then weeks of editing, and I can't say I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. Anyway, let's get this hill walk done, and let's get onwards, because the next big stop for Michelle and I, where we can have maybe we're thinking of having a hotel, will be Taunton, which is a couple of days walk from here. And also there's a little bit of flat canal walking, which I will share when we get on it, but for the time being, the battery's getting low again on this one. I'm going to put it away and concentrate on the hill, which is a long way down by the looks of it. So we're just coming into what looks like quite a pretty little town of Axbridge. Let's have a little look. I just heard the church chime. It's a big main road down here. We can hear the traffic on it. There's a narrow little underpass. Ooh. Get under there. It's often like this coming into the smaller villages and towns. Looks like we're going straight out onto the main road though. Yep. Okay, Michelle, over we go. Guessing it's such a shame when these little villages are cut in half by major traffic. This way, I think. Here's the dead centre of the town. It always seems so sleepy and quiet in some of these small towns. I'm sure people are here. Maybe when we get into the centre. Another beautiful church. I love these Castilians, or what are they, lovely architecture that on the top of these churches. Very similar to the style of the church we saw yesterday, maybe day before. Really a little bit gothic. Some gargoyles on the face there where the rainwater comes off. So here we are, in a very quiet, very abandoned and sleepy village of Axbridge. It's almost like something out of one of those movies where, you know, there's been a great event and everything's emptied. Look at this building here. How beautiful is that? It's a museum. So I tell you, Axbridge, it's a Friday and there's almost nobody on the streets. It's like a ghost town. Look here, there's almost metal cogs along the side of the streets. Today, that's got to have some reasoning behind that, wouldn't you think? Why have they got cogs both sides of the streets? As opposed to normal curbing stones. I'll try and find out for you. Look at this door. Wow. Gorgeous old door. This canal, as far as I can tell, doesn't seem to connect up to any other canal networks. So I'm guessing there'll be very, very limited boat activity along it. Yeah, we'll have a look. If I see any sort of canal boat activity, I'll share it with you. Well, there's got to be some history here. We're on the canal side down to Taunton. And this